With EX4 Alternative Beings set to drop in less than 1 month, it's time to start looking at this set and gathering up cards, old and new, in preparation. While I normally do a basic color by color breakdown, I wanted to try something a little different and look at the archetypes themselves as a whole. Some are easy to lump together, while others, well, not so much. For the first breakdown episode, I am looking at all the Omnimon Archetype support. This will include the lines, tamers, and option cards associated with it. However, this will cut some Digimon out altogether. Sunomon is the first Digimon to review over, a your turn once per turn effect that when one of your other Digimon in play digivolves, draw 1. This is explicitly to gain more cards in your hand as you utilize your effects to digivolve your Gabumon or Agumon into higher levels. After all, you are looking to achieve Omnimon Alter S by the end of it. Agumon and Gabumon have very similar effects, costs, and stats. On play, they reveal the top 3 cards and add 1 Greymon or Garurumon respectively. In addition to this, they add the opposite Digimon's line. For Agumon, it's Gabumon, Garurumon, or Omnimon, while Gabumon adds Agumon, Greymon, or Omnimon Digimon. Both also have a your turn once per turn effect that gain you 1 memory when one of your other Digimon digivolves. While this search is flexible, and the use of Sunomon can help potentially draw cards, setting up 2 stacks at the same time can still be very difficult. Likewise, Garurumon and Greymon have near identical effects, costs, and stats. When digivolving, one of your other Digimon may digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon with the opposing archetype in their name. When you do, reduce the cost by 2. This does not discount the level climb, meaning a level 3 must go to a level 4, and so on. And both provide inheritable reboot. And again, for level 5s, it's not that much different. Metal Greymon and Were Garurumon both have the exact same when digivolving effect at Greymon and Garurumon. However, unlike Reboot, both of these Digimon provide blocker. But when you get to level 6s, Crest Garurumon and Blitz Greymon have slightly different effects, mainly in that they have a unique effect that you can activate. A DNA this Digimon, and one of your other Digimon in play can digivolve into a Digimon card in your hand for the cost, or digivolve one of your other Digimon in play into a level 6 or lower Digimon without paying its cost. For Crest Garurumon, this Digimon can bounce Digimon whose total play costs add up to 6 or less and return them to the bottom of the deck. Blitz Greymon digivolves 1 on 3 of your opponent's Digimon. The inheritable gets even more nutty. When attacking, if this Digimon has Omnimon in its name, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Or trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. While all of these effects are individually powerful, I can't help but miss battle protection or bounce protection from previous Garurumon and Greymon effects. But Omnimon Alter S is where the whole archetype comes together. You see, when you DNA digivolve into this Digimon, the cost is 0 from a blue and red Digimon. Note that this Digimon is not red-blue, meaning that when stacking for the DNA Digivolution, you apply the blue Digimon on top first, then the red. When digivolving, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8000 DP or less, then return one of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Interesting in that I guess you assume that you're going to digivolve enough that you can delete that Digimon and then return something else. The best part, all turns of this Digimon would leave play, meaning delete, bounce, bottom deck, heck, even tucked under a tamer. You can play 1 Blitz Greymon and or 1 Crest Garurumon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying their memory cost. Then place this card at the bottom of your security stack face down. In essence, you have immediate setup for another Omnimon Alter S if you got another one in hand. Unfortunately, neither of these Digimon have on-play effects, but still, not completely gone, right? In addition, we're introduced with the second Matte and Tai Tamer, albeit this one is dual-colored. Like your typical tamer, it plays itself when checked in security. Your turn, when you play an Agumon or Gabumon, you can gain a memory by suspending this tamer. Also on your turn, once per turn when one of your Digimon digivolves and you have 1 or fewer Digimon in play, and that Digimon has Greymon or Garurumon in its name, you may play one of the opposite archetype's level 3 Digimon. I.e., for Greymon you play Gabumon and for Garurumon you play Agumon. At least it's not like Mirai, right? This does give you the opportunity to potentially use even the Greymon from BT12 because this does play Tai Kamiya for free. Viable? We'll see. For the option card, it's Adzi Beastblade and Shining Bullet. This option card allows you to bypass Digivolution requirements, but requires that you have either the Crest-Garurumon or the Blitzgreymon in play. This would allow you to digivolve one of your level 3 or level 4 of that archetype into the level 6 for that DNA Digivolution. Could be useful, but what would be helpful would be some memory fixing. Security wise, you simply play Agumon or Gabumon from hand or trash without paying its memory cost. The last card to go over is the newest Omnimon, Omnimon Alter B. For 5 memory from a black level 6, 2 from a Digimon with Omnimon in its name, you get to choose your Omnimon. BT1 Omnimon, BT5 Omnimon, Omnimon Zwart, Omnimon Zwart Defeat, BT5 Omnimon X, or even BT10 Omnimon X. When digivolving, de-digivolve 3 one of your opponent's Digimon. Then choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose play cost totals 6 or less, and delete them. When attacking, by trashing up to 3 level 6 or higher cards from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, for each card trashed, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with the lowest play cost. If 3 cards were trashed, trash the top 2 cards of your opponent's security stack. Now, while this effect is sick, it does require you to go through a lot of steps to get there. You could also utilize effects like even Blue Flare to tuck level 6s under it so that if you do happen to maintain a Grey Knightmon, it is possible to get the 3 level 6s trashed through this method. Surprisingly, this archetype did top a few times in Japan, but generally I feel that the lack of speed and protection can potentially be the reason that this deck would not do well in our North America best of 3 format. Floodgates can block the memory gain or reduction in Digivolution costs, while your top end is really where you get rid of them. Unlike Starter Deck 14 Impmon, who has it built in at the bottom. Bottom line, here's a sample list that won in Japan, but remember the Agumon when digivolving from a black egg is going to cost you 1 memory. While you could utilize BT11 Koromon for that digivolve up, it's not as good considering Sunamon nets you a card draw when you digivolve into another Digimon. What are your thoughts on the new Omnimon archetype set to be introduced in EX4? And do you like the new format I have planned for breakdown videos? Let me know your thoughts as I go through the card by cards for each archetype and some sample deck lists. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.